Welcome, everybody. As you can see tonight, we're just going to have a State of the Union watch party, commenting through the night, and it's projected to be a 2-hour speech, so we will not see all of it together. But there'll be some points, no doubt, where I'll make some live commentary, and then we'll move on. Thanks for joining me for the watch party. You're going to be watching it on the screen behind me, but then it will go full screen, and you and I will be watching it together here. So let's get started with the State of the Union 2026 watch party. God bless you. Love you big.
They can hear it now. They can hear it now.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People, please, Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Won a gold medal from Canada. That hasn't happened in a very long time, and they're there celebrating their win for the United States tonight. They're in the place in the House where the State of the Union speech is being delivered by 47th President Donald Trump. I'm still trying to decide whether or not U.S.
Go ahead.
Physically confrontational, because they both are clearly These young men have risen to the occasion and have proved themselves team-wise to be the best in the world in these Winter Olympics.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House. They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuyck.
Can tend to disappear, and we start to celebrate the achievements. Of American citizens. Now, for our independence. We're celebrating the achievements of Americans.
Lucky. He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
This the Presidential Medal of Freedom. As I said, it's always a good thing that we can let our political guard down and celebrate the athletic achievement and the team athletic achievement of our U.S. teams.
And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no, and every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much. I'm also pleased to say that the next time it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
California's people are standing up now and acknowledging that the 2028 game in California
in the country. And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place, and now I've got them because I got the Olympics, I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
So
this will be a year
to lay down
celebrate our country,
political differences
and the heroes
and pick
who
up
have
a sense of unity
kept it
around
free.
them. And
Men like
particularly the
Buddy
sport of soccer
Taggart.
is growing. We call it
At
soccer.
age
The rest of the world
17,
calls it football.
Buddy volunteered to
It's
defend
growing
America
around the
in
world,
World
and
War II,
we happen to have
serving in the Pacific under the
the
great
FIFA Cup coming to
General
the US.
Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
We see more and more of our servicemen and women living longer lives, and the other men, other servicemen are saluting him. World War II veterans. We owe a debt of gratitude to that generation for defending the cause of freedom around the world in World War II.
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, The spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClymont closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class, and he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Here in Texas, very close to that. We remember, of course, remember that tragedy here in the U.S., here in the state of Texas, where young people were taken in floodwaters and destroyed. God has been incredibly gracious to us and helped us
People
recover
watched Scott
through gentlemen
from a
like him,
distance,
164
and they couldn't believe
lives.
what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid watering like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
That'll be a fist bump. That will be a fist bump that will be repeated in the media. It'll be memed, no doubt. All that a fist bump means is thank you.
And Petty
We
Officer
survived. It
Ruskin,
happened.
I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you. And I'd like to have the military aid to please come down and take care of the service. Military aid, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much.
Legion of Merit.
From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our republic.
Seated down front, you see.
All
Seated down
Democrats,
front,
every
you see
single one
the
of them
9
voted
justices
against these
of the,
really important and very necessary, massive
Supreme Court.
tax cuts.
Chief Justice John Roberts leading them, and to the right of the justices, if you're looking from the
They
podium,
wanted
you also see
large-scale tax increases to hurt the people
who are leading our
instead.
military.
But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
There are some things that
They
we
can hear you, Dad.
be able to be clapping about. No tax on tips, no tax on
Recently in
Social Security.
Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's
Why
homeschools
not
her
celebrate that?
children.
Because you want more tax
Beautiful,
money? Is that
2 children.
is that it?
During the day while waiting tables at night, as her husband works overtime, operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half. Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
She's standing up already.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that. Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Nice man, a good man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell.
I wonder if
donated $6 billion.
I wonder if
$250
you,
million
regardless
to fund
of
the
your
Trump
party,
accounts for 25 million Americans.
if you will take advantage of the
They're great people.
child care credit and Trump accounts and put that $1,000, get that $1,000 from tax money, place it on your child. I was speaking with
I asked
someone.
Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said,
No,
well,
I was
just
actually
sat in my
listening to a
dorm
meeting
in
today
school,
where a
we made
man was talking
computers
about
and
in
sell
his
them to
early
people.
20s
and I just kept selling
30s.
and selling and selling and pretty
No, he was-
amazing
it
story.
was
That's
older
called
than
the
that.
American
He was
dream.
older
He
than that. He
sold a
was
lot of
closer
computers, a
to
lot of those
his 50s.
laptops. So I
He put a
congratulate him on that, but I really thank him,
$5,000
and Susan,
investment,
as well
a
as
single
others like Brad
investment
Gerstner, a very
into the
tremendous
birth
guy.
of
He
his
was
one
behind
of
it
his
right from the beginning.
grandchildren.
Brad
He's in his
Gerstner.
80s
Thank
now.
you, Brad.
That grandchild now has about $800,000, a one-time gift, never touching it.
So with modest additional contributions,
You put
these
$1,000
young
on a
people's
baby
accounts
and let
could
it
grow to
grow their
over
entire lives.
$100,000 or more by the
They're
time they
much
turn
further
18.
ahead
Think of
when
it.
they're
How much
our
money
age
is
than
that
we
for
were
somebody
at our
that
age.
started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to TrumpAccounts.gov. TrumpAccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's
TrumpAccounts.gov.
popular. They knew what
If
was
you have a
going to,
child
what it was going to
born
take.
in that
I'm so
age
proud of them.
range,
I'm so proud of the people that got it
There's
started.
some scholarship
Now
monies
it's
or
just
some
taken off.
Trump
One
account
of the
monies now
primary reasons for
given
our
by
country's stunning
philanthropists for your children
economic
if they live in a
turnaround,
certain
the
zip code.
biggest in history, where the Dow Jones
While they're
broke
still young
50,000
or living
4
in that
years
zip
ahead
code
of
area,
schedule, and the
Go
S&P hit
claim that for your
7,000,
child because it
where it
can
wasn't
make a
supposed
world
to
of
do it for
difference
many years.
15, 20,
Were tariffs.
25, 30 years from now
I use these
as they're
tariffs
moving into
to
adulthood and
hundreds
have
of billions of dollars
some
to make
financial
great deals for our country,
liquidity under
both
them and be able to
economically
go
and
much
on a
further in life than you and I
national
were able to go.
security
There's some
basis.
things
Everything was
you just got-
working
you
well.
must admit it's a
Countries that
blessing.
were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth, and the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful, country-saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace-protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love. Moving forward, factories were decades before I came along. We had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word, they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem. They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%, Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while, we're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost. In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescriptions like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere, the lowest price.
Again, you must appreciate these things, regardless of whether or not you like the president or not, or whether or not you like the administration
So
or
in
not,
my
or his style, or
first
what he
year,
says. You
second
can
term-
certainly appreciate the benefit that his
Should be my
administration
third
is
term.
bringing to the American people.
Strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 500, 600%. All available right now at a new website called Trump. One either, by the way. And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big, Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase, but a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500. A reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom. So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing, I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
Again, another big deal. Again, another big deal. BlackRock,
And now I'm
Vanguard, those
asking
kinds of
Congress
companies
to make that
will
ban
no
permanent
longer
because homes
buy
for
up single-family
people,
houses
really, that's what we want. We
and
want
rent
homes for
them
people, not for
and keep the rent
corporations.
where they want to keep
Corporations are
them,
doing
and
just
sometimes
fine.
out of the
Racel,
reach of many
thank you very
people.
much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Now we have an opportunity as individual families to pursue the purchase of homes.
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information. They stood up for that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here? Doubt it. Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay. I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plunging
This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation. We are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although
Started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance. He'll get it done. And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA, and it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah. Delilah Colvin was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk. Have a good
We're getting
life.
over to 9 o'clock now.
She wouldn't even be able to eat
so
again.
I'm going
But
to
against all odds, she is now
go off of the
in
live
first grade
here, and
learning
you
to
can
walk.
join the live
And she's
broadcast
here
on your
this
local
evening
station
with
or
her dad, Marcus,
on
a
YouTube, wherever you're
fantastic
watching
man.
it.
Delilah, please. You
But
are a
it does
great
provide you with an
inspiration. Please stand
opportunity
up.
to listen, to see, to learn, and then to act intelligently. I'm going to say going out here, there's a lot of things going on in the world. I'm going to use this as my close for tonight. In northern Nigeria, as you and I sit here tonight, in northern Nigeria, believers are being slain. They're being martyred. And it's almost as though the world doesn't know anything about it. But here in the city of San Antonio, I've contacted some very influential and important, not all of them. I don't have, contact for all of them. I'll be contacting more tomorrow. A foreign policy expert who was a part of the negotiators on the SALT II treaty. So that led to the dismantling of the wall in Berlin, will be here, flying in on Friday, to meet with me and some others at Mi Tierra at 12:30, so that we can get a grip on what is happening with the incurgence of Islamic forces, violent Islamic forces that are operating particularly in northern Nigeria and slaying, killing Christians because of their faith. And what we should be doing about it, both abroad and how we should act toward it, as Sharia law seeks to stick its nose in the tent here in the United States, and even more particularly here in the state of Texas. Be praying for us. These times that we're in right now. missiles are flying and armies are positioned and nuclear options are on the table. We should know what to do. As the body of Christ, we should determine what we should do to see and peace, resolve come, and to know what we should be doing with the current influx, the current insurgence of Sharia law in this country and in this state particularly. I sent out personal text tonight. It was not a blanket text. These are men and women of God in this city who I know are watchmen on the wall. That I'm calling with all my heart for them to join us this coming Friday. If you're a pastor and a ministry leader and you want to join us in that, then I want to give you this number, 210-799-3857. 210-799-3857. Call me and let me know who you are and what ministry you're with. I've been in the city 40 years in ministry, so there's not many of you that I wouldn't know by name and probably haven't had some form of exchange with over the years. But I want to make preparation for you. Lunch will be on me. I'm inviting you in that you're not paying. Some other people are paying to cover the cost of your lunch on Friday, 12:30. But I need to know you're coming. So make sure that you answer back if I personally today, and I will also tomorrow morning, answer back and let me know that you are a representative of your ministry. Will be with us Friday at 12:30. We have to know from the heart of the King how he wants us to look at and handle what's going on in the nations and in this nation. God bless you. And thank you for joining me in this State of the Union Watch Party. This speech is probably going to be going on another hour. So buckle in and get ready. The ride will get rougher as we go on tonight, especially when it comes to talking about immigration and custom enforcement, ICE. You saw one of the congresswomen, one of the squad, sitting there with an obscenity written on a button on her blouse concerning ICE. So it's going to get pretty hostile before the night is over. That potential at least exists. Pray for the peace of our nation. Pray for unity. We have a prayer partner that meets in a prayer group every Wednesday morning at 5. And her consistent cry in prayer is for unity. Unity in the body of Christ and unity among God's people intentionally. And I'm glad about it. I'm glad that prayers are being prayed that way. I know it pleases the heart of God because he is the Prince of Peace. But it also says in Romans that the God of peace shall bruise Satan under your heel shortly, meaning that sometimes before true peace can come, confrontation needs to precede it. That leads to victory. Confrontation that leads to victory that produces peace. And we want peace many times without the confrontation and without the conflict. But you can't have it that way all the time. So let's settle in, fulfill the purposes of God as we move on tonight. Thanks again for being with me, and I will see you again next Tuesday right here for Transcendent. God bless you. Love y'all big. Bye-bye now.